Hi there. Good evening.
Good afternoon. I mean evening now.
Okay. So we'll be doing calculus option today. Okay.
No,
So
I'll just switch on the AC. No? One
okay.
second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So first chapter is basically pattern to infinity. Okay. So
Hmm.
that is basically we'll be discussing about the behavior of sequence. Okay. And how the function is considered. Okay. With respect to sequence.
Hmm.
Like if suppose in this lecture we are going to cover three things basically. Okay, first is
Yeah.
what is sequence and what is series. Okay, the second is like
Hmm.
you will be uh, answered of such question where limit n tends to infinity sine n over n. Okay, what is the value of this kind of question. Okay,
Correct.
we know already if
Yeah.
that limit like n tends to 0 sine n over n is equal to 1. We know already this, right? So
Right.
what
Right.
would be the behavior of this sequence sine n over n when n approaches infinity? Okay, and the third
Right.
type of things we are going to discuss in this class is L'Hopital. Okay, and as f of a is equal to g of a is equal to 0, then y limit x tends to a f of x upon g of x is equal to limit x tends to a f dash x upon g dash x, and we will have exercise on this.
Right. And then, so what about that whole thing about the converging series, diverging? That's included in the first one, right?
Yeah, that would be included here. Like we'll discuss about the conversion and whether the sequence is convergent or divergent. Okay, so we'll discuss
Right.
that
And this
also.
will include the tests, right? Various kind of tests you can use.
No, that's not discussed in this. That is the last
Okay.
second last chapter actually. So we are going in proper sequence. I have already planned everything. Like as we have
Okay.
7 days, and we have to finish
Yeah.
all 4 5 chapters, right? So today we are going to cover the
Yeah.
first chapter in 1 hour because
Yeah.
I know your tendency. So in 1 hour, I'll finish up the first chapter. Okay, that's why I requested you to
Yeah.
take separate class because your tendency is
Yeah.
different than other. Okay, so this is the whole agenda of the class. Okay, so okay, so we have three terms basically. That is convert. Oh no, let's answer that. The first question: what is sequence and what is series? What is sequence?
Uh, a sequence is like, I mean, I know what a series is, like arithmetic, geometric, but sequence I've forgotten.
Okay. Actually, I'm interested in what is the difference between sequence and series. We always talk them, we coin them together, but what is the difference between
Yeah, yeah.
sequence and series? And that's really matters. That's why I'm asking this.
Hmm.
So, what is the difference? Any idea?
Actually,
No idea.
I've forgotten.
Okay. Okay. So, sequence is basically a set of numbers. Okay. set of numbers which are separated by comma.
Okay.
Set of numbers that are separated by comma. Okay, it's very important. Because why this is important? Because some of the sequence are convergent at the same time. If the series is obtained from that sequence is not convergent. Are you getting that? That may be divergent. What I said,
Yeah.
if the sequence
Mm-hmm.
may be convergent, but series obtained by that
Right.
sequence is may not be convergent. So they behave differently.
Okay.
Okay, so set of numbers that are
Right.
separated by comma means if I simply write 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So this is basically sequence. Even you can give us the formula
Mm.
of this sequence, means the general term of the sequence. What is that?
Correct. 2 to the power x
2 to the power n.
from 0
Yeah, I
n.
have I
Yeah.
have put dotted line so it goes till infinity. Okay, so this is one of the sequence.
Yeah.
Sequence can be like uh, like this, one comma 1 over 2 comma 1 over 2 raised to 2 comma 1 over 2 raised to 3, like that. Okay, general term
Right.
is 1 over 2 raised to n. This is also sequence. Okay, so as soon as the terms are separated
Okay.
by comma, they are called as sequence. Sequence is
Hmm.
just a set of numbers which are in defined order. Okay,
Okay.
so okay, that must be in defined order. Okay, so that is called sequence. Once you apply
Hmm.
the summation sign before the sequence, like before the general term, like 2 raised to n. Okay, what is the sequence here?
Hmm.
An is equal to 2 raised to n, an is equal to 1 over 2 raised to n. So sequence can be denoted by an, bn, cn, anything like that. Okay, a sub n, b sub n,
Right.
c sub n, like that. So as you put summation sign before the general term of the sequence, that becomes series. Okay, you got the idea what is series and what is sequence?
Hmm.
So series is basically
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
1 plus 2 plus 4, like, okay, let me write with the general form. So that is 2 raised to 0. Okay, here n is tending from 0 to infinity. So 2 raised to 0 plus 2 raised to 1
Hmm.
plus 2 raised to 2 plus 2 raised to 3, likewise. Okay, so this is
Hmm.
series, and this behave differently
Correct.
than the sequence.
Right.
Okay, so if I ask you one thing, like if an is equal to 1
Hmm.
over n, hmm, this is the sequence, right? What is this?
Hmm.
I already answered. This is sequence.
Hmm.
And what is
Sequence. It's a
yeah,
sequence. Yeah.
yeah, what is this?
That's the series.
Series. Okay, so one an, like
Yeah.
if I increase n from 1 to infinity. Okay, so what happened to
Hmm.
the sequence? Is it convergent? Like, okay, so is it convergent
Uh,
or
it
divergent?
is convergent.
Convergent. And what
It's
about
convergent because one upon infinity is like.
hmm,
So my light just went off. I'll put some more light on it.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is this sequence convergent?
Uh, the sequence is convergent. Yeah.
And what about the series? Is series convergent? which is obtained from this sequence only.
Uh,
So that's the
Actually,
question.
you'll have to do a test, right?
Yeah, no,
We have
that's
to do like a test
yeah.
of
So
applying
actually,
system.
yeah, normally, the student and teacher also don't relate like this. So they teach them separately, and it creates confusion at some point. Okay, so
Right, right, right.
basically this sequence is convergent, no doubt about that. Why it is convergent, that we are going to discuss right now. But this series is divergent.
Hmm.
Okay, this series is divergent, that will see in the third chapter. Okay, why this is divergent, that
Correct.
we are going to explain there. So this is basically the harmonic series, and harmonic series is divergent,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Okay, so now let's understand the terms convergent, divergent, and one more term is there, that is oscillating. And C is oscillating. Okay, so see, these are basically, we are dealing with the sequence. Okay, convergent sequence,
Yeah.
under the heading sequence.
Right.
Sequences. Okay, we are not discussing this with respect to series right now. So convergent, like, if suppose I'm giving you three diagram here. Okay, let's say this is an. Okay, an is equal to 2 raised to n. So as you increase the value of n, it goes
Hmm.
like this, isn't it? Because when n is equal to 0,
Right.
it is supposed to be 1, right? So actually I made one mistake here. It should start from 1, like this. Okay, it is 1 here.
Yeah.
It will never be 0. So when an is equal to 2 raised to n, this is
Correct.
one of the series. Sorry, this is one of
Yeah.
the pattern. The second is when an
Hmm.
is equal to, let's say bn is equal to 1 over n. So this is like this. Okay, and the third is 1, and this is minus 1. Alternatively, actually, you know the the uh, whose sequence I have written here. Like, what is the nature of the sequence here? Can you say that?
Yeah.
Whose values
Which one? The
oscillate
last
between,
one,
yeah,
right?
the last one. Whose value oscillate between minus 1 and 1.
The sine and the cosine functions, right?
No, it's smooth curve. That is
Oh,
smooth
no, no,
curve.
no.
Minus 1 raised to n. That is smooth
Um,
curve. And
Correct, correct,
for
correct.
minus 1 raised
Yeah,
to n, it is like alternative. It goes alternatively. I have
yeah,
shown the dotted without
yeah, right,
worrying about that, but it is alternative.
right. Depending of n is odd or
So
even.
yeah,
So
what
when
is
it's
n? Yeah, yeah.
1 and
So
1 is
this an, like, when n tends to infinity, an tends to infinity, right?
yeah,
An also tends to infinity.
yeah,
So this is divergent. Divergent means the value does not convergent to one particular finite value. Okay, then the given sequence would be divergent. Okay, and when
correct.
for n tends to infinity, bn tends to 0, in this case at least. So when it goes to finite value, for n tends to infinity, the given sequence become convergent. Okay,
Right,
and when it oscillates between two values, so that become oscillating sequence. Okay,
right,
so oscillating sequence is nothing but divergent. We can use the term divergent for oscillating also. So we have only two words,
correct.
convergent and divergent. Okay, So either the
Right.
sequence would be convergent or divergent. If it is not convergent, the sequence would become
Right.
divergent. Okay. Now
Right.
we basically find out in this what we did actually. We did we found the limit of the given sequence, isn't it? We found the limit of the given sequence
Hmm.
when n approaches infinity,
Right.
right? So here the term limit
Right.
appears. Limit. So if for the convergent sequence, limit as n tends to infinity, okay, un is equal to what? Some finite value.
Yeah.
Okay, if we get some finite value, then then un is
Hmm.
convergent sequence. Okay, then un is convergent sequence. Okay, so we actually find out the limit of the sequence, right? Limit of the sequence. And if it like if it is coming out as finite value, then we say that that is the limit of the sequence and the sequence is convergent, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's investigate this, like in each step. If suppose we have 2 raised to, okay, if suppose I give you the sequence as un is equal to 1 over 2 raised to n, okay, 1 over 2 raised to n. So what is the limit of this sequence as
Hmm.
n tends to infinity?
It approaches zero.
It, okay, let me put this 16. Okay, I want to make you understand something here. So when n tends to infinity,
Hmm.
that the limit of this approaches 0, right? It means the given sequence is
Right.
convergent, isn't it? The sequence
Right.
un is convergent, that we already proved. And what is the value of that sequence
Right.
for n tends to infinity? That is 0. Okay, but let's see how it happened
Yeah.
actually, because we want to understand what is the limit. What is the limit when n tends to infinity? So when n is equal to like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So when n is equal to 0, what is the value of sequence? That is 16, right?
16.
2 raised
16.
to 0 is 1, so
Yeah.
16. So n is equal to 0, let's say 16 is here somewhere. So it start with here. Okay. When n is equal to
Hmm.
1, that is 8, right? The value of the
8.
sequence is 8. When n is equal to 2,
Yeah.
4, 4 is 16,
4.
4. When n is equal to 3, that is 2. Okay. So see limit, like we cannot say, like we will have a subsequence. Okay, we have a subsequence, maybe a and b and anything. Okay, and if suppose that a and like if suppose we tends n tends to 100, infinity is like far ahead. But
Hmm.
if we think for n tends to 100, what
Correct.
what is the value of the sequence for 100? 16 upon 2 raised to 100, right? 16 upon 2 raised to 100. This is not
It's a
equal to
very
0.
small number.
Yeah, but that is not equal to
Yeah.
0. Fine. So what we are proving here, limit is basically a condition.
Right.
Okay, limit is basically a condition of
Hmm.
some values, like some integer value, maybe m. Okay, see the difference between limit
Hmm.
and limit and the the sequence will never be going to be 0. Are you getting that? The difference between un
Correct.
and l will never be 0. Will never be 0, right? But at least
Right.
we can minimize the distance.
Correct.
We can minimize the distance, and that distance would be like less than very small number, that is epsilon. Okay, that distance could be very small number called epsilon. Okay, so it is like a condition on epsilon, like what difference we are accepting. Are you getting? If difference should, like, if suppose difference is
Yeah.
something 0.00000001, okay, if this is the difference, like, are you getting this? If suppose this is my epsilon value,
Yeah. Yeah.
then what is
Right.
my n approaches? It changes according to the epsilon. Are you getting? See, if suppose here for n
Hmm.
tends to 1, n tends to 1, what is the difference between sequence and the limit?
Uh, n approaches 1, so it would be,
This 8, right?
wouldn't it be the same?
Limit is 0, that we already know.
Yeah.
So that difference is 8.
Oh, you're talking about the limit when it approaches infinity only.
Yeah, that limit of the sequence is constant.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't change. Limit of the
Okay.
sequence is constant. That doesn't change. That is 0. So, but see
Correct.
here, that difference is so big, 8 here. So when
Right.
n approaches 1, that difference is big,
Correct.
very big.
Yeah.
So it is not recommended. So basically
Yeah.
what I mean to explain here is this epsilon tell you what n approaches to. Okay, means
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
suppose I tell you one thing, that the epsilon here is maybe uh, you know 1. Okay, if I want a n approaches some constant, okay, that we don't know what constant this n approaches, so actually that
Hmm.
is called as m. Okay, what that's called as m.
Him.
Okay, so we are interested in this value m. So what n
Hmm.
approaches to, okay, so we find out the value of m, for which the limits, the difference between limit is basically 1. The value of epsilon we consider here is 1, right?
That's 4, right? That's 4.
Yeah, 4. So we actually found out that, no, where it is. Yeah, so if we have 4 to 4 to 16, 16, 16, yeah, 16 ones are 16. So for n, like, what is the value of m then? The value of m is 4, isn't it?
4.
So
Yeah.
what we are finding out here,
Yeah.
we are finding out a condition. We want a number, okay, where after that, like, for n greater or equal to m, the difference would always be less than 1, isn't it? The difference between sequence and the
Right.
limit will always be less than 1. So that is the limiting
Hmm.
condition.
Hmm.
Basically, we are approaching some constant value that, like,
Right.
less than or equal to epsilon. Okay, but because that
Right.
difference will never be equal to 0. Okay, so I put one
Right.
question here on this so that you'll understand it in better way, like what I am explaining here. So before that, just write one thing, the definition of that. Un is a convergent sequence with limit n tends to infinity. Un is equal to L if and only if for any epsilon greater than 0, okay, there exists a least order m belongs to z plus such that for all n greater than or equal to m, un minus L is less than epsilon. I think it is clear as far as the definition is concerned, right?
Yeah.
So the question is on such theory, the question is show that the sequence defined by un is equal to 3n minus 1 over n plus 1 is convergent. Okay, so this is the question, right? So to
Hmm.
prove that this sequence is convergent, what we have to find out? We have to find out a value m which is less than or equal to n. Means beyond m, beyond m, we always have a this condition true. Okay, un minus l, mod of un minus l must be less than epsilon. So what we are going to do here, what is the limit of this sequence first of
But
all?
won't epsilon need to be defined for some value?
No, we are finding random value here right now. In question, they may give you the
Okay. Okay.
the value of epsilon. So we simply put that value and we find
Right.
out the proper m value. Okay, but here we are just
Got it.
discussing in general term. So if suppose what is the limit of this sequence? So as limit n tends to infinity, 3n minus 1 upon n plus 1.
3,
So yeah, from graphical
approaches.
calculator, we can observe that the limit of this is 3, okay, which is L here. So
Yeah.
we are interested in M, means after what value that the difference between sequence and this limit is less than epsilon. Okay, so what we are going to find out, un minus L less than epsilon. Okay, what is un? Un is 3n minus 1 over n plus 1 less than epsilon. Okay, no 3, what is l? L is 3.
L is 3.
3. So when we solve this, 3n minus 1 minus 3n minus 3 upon n plus 1 less than epsilon.
It becomes
So 3n cancel, 3 3 1 4. 4 by minus 4 by n plus 1 less than epsilon. So you can take
minus
this
4.
out, the positive number. N is always positive because it is already
Hmm.
defined there for n greater for n positive integer. So 4 by n plus 1 less than epsilon. Okay, so what is the value of m here? See, n is always greater than or equal to m. Okay, so what is m? M is
Correct.
4 by n plus 1. Okay, m is 4 by n plus 1. So if we put here, like, 4 by n plus 1 is, that is less than or equal to, that is less than epsilon, right? That we already written here. 4 by n plus 1 is less than epsilon. So n plus 1,
Yeah.
just a second. So 4, we'll transfer this. So n plus 1, greater than 4 by epsilon, right? N plus 1 greater than 4 by epsilon,
Hmm.
and n is greater than 4 by
Hmm.
epsilon minus 1. Okay, so this is your m value because n is supposed to be greater than m, right? So this is your m value. Means if we have, like, suppose
Hmm.
m is equal to 4 by epsilon minus 1. So if suppose epsilon is defined, we can find out the m value, which is our integer value. After that, that difference between sequence and the limit will always be less than epsilon. Okay, means we are finding the limit of the
Got it.
sequence under certain condition is what is the difference between
Right.
limit of the sequence and the value of the sequence, because the value of the sequence will never be equal to limit. Are you
Hmm.
getting that will never approach, that can
Right.
approach L, but that will never be equal to L, right? So this is the limiting condition basically. We are
Yeah.
approaching some value. So after what value, after what integer value of n, we can get the limit of the sequence, which is very much near to the less than epsilon basically,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So this is
Right.
very important concept, and
Yeah.
yeah. So we are going to move ahead with the next concept called subsequences. Okay, what is subsequences?
Right.
Subsequences. So subsequences, like if suppose bn is obtained, a subset of an. Okay, bn is one of the sequence
Hmm.
which is subset of an. Subset means subsequence of an. Okay, so if suppose an is convergent,
Okay.
if an is convergent, bn is also
Hmm.
convergent.
Hmm. Yeah.
This is one of the theorem. If an is convergent, this implies bn also convergent. Okay, and limit, what we say, like convergent means the limit of these sequences when n approaches infinity are what? Are they equal?
Yeah.
Definitely equal.
Um. Yeah. They are equal because they approach zero, right?
Yeah, not zero. They may approach any finite value. So let me write that.
Okay.
Finite value. Okay, so they may approach any finite value. So basically what we understood here, if if some sequence is obtained from the parent sequence, I'm just maybe it's informal, but if suppose bn is obtained from an, okay, so bn is subsequence of that
Hmm.
sequence. So if the an is convergent, bn is also convergent, and that means the limit of both the sequence approaches same finite value, therefore they are convergent, right?
So above,
Yeah,
when we had graphed the three types of convergent, divergent, oscillating,
yeah,
there you had written that for convergent it approaches zero.
yeah, but it, like, okay,
Bn approaches
yeah, yeah,
zero.
yeah. So it was just an example, but what about this sequence? What about this
Okay.
sequence? Un is equal to 3n minus 1
Yeah.
over
This.
n plus 1. So the graph of this is
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
basically, yeah, above y is equal to n, or you can, okay, let me draw the
I
graph.
was just clarifying that. That was a specific example, right?
Yeah, yeah, like this. So it will always
Yeah.
approaches 3 because the limit of this sequence is 3, right? So it will always approaches
Yeah.
3.
Right.
So now second is when if bn, this is if condition, if bn is subsequence of an and cn is subsequence of an. Okay, so these are two sequences, subsequences, which are subsequence of an, and if
Hmm.
limit n tends to infinity bn is not equal to limit n tends to infinity cn, then an is not convergent. Okay, so what, and that means an is divergent. An is divergent. So what we really understand from these two lines is basically if any sequence is obtained from, if any subsequence is obtained from sequence, okay, so if an is convergent,
Hmm.
bn is also convergent, and the value of limit will always be equal, and that is finite value. Okay, and if suppose
Hmm.
there are two sequences, two subsequences which are obtained from same sequence, and if the limit means the value of bn and cn does not approaches same value, means the limit are different when n approaches infinity. It means they are at different level. Means if they are at different level,
Right.
so they are not convergent. And if they are not convergent, an is also not convergent. Okay, if it is not convergent,
Right.
an is divergent sequence. Okay, so I'll
Hmm.
explain you through example here. So the example is like, if suppose an is equal to minus 1 raised to n into 2. Okay, so we have to show that the
Hmm.
sequence defined by this does not converge. Okay, so we can have like different sequence. The subsequence may be bn. Okay, bn is all, even we can consider all even terms. If suppose n is 1, n is 2,
Hmm.
4, 6, 8. So actually we are obtaining bn, which is subsequence from an, right? So bn is all set of
Right.
even numbers. So a to n. Okay. So if I denote that bn as a to n, which gives you all even values of the sequence, which is nothing but 2. So it approaches 2, right? So limit of this sequence is basically
Yeah.
2. When n tends to infinity, bn is equal to 2. At the same time, if I have different subsequence, let's say cn, which is set of all odd numbers. Okay, set of all odd n values. Like for n is equal to 1, 3, 5. So we know that the value of cn is going to be, minus 2, right? Because if you look at the pattern of the sequence,
Hmm.
that will give you minus 2. So limit of cn when n approaches infinity is minus 2. So we can observe one thing, the value of
Right.
these two limits are different, okay, which are subsequences of an. So therefore an is not convergent. Okay, an is not convergent.
Hmm.
Okay, now let's move to the squeeze theorem, algebra of limits of convergent sequence. The heading of this is squeeze theorem. See, the question may not come on this directly, but the
Hmm.
concept is very important, because when we are going to discuss
Right.
the convergent and divergent series, at that time, it should not confuse.
Hmm.
So squeeze theorem is like, we know, like from the like you already know what is squeeze theorem, right? So here
Hmm.
time came when we find out the limit of sine n over n when n tends to infinity. Okay, what do you guess for this? What would be the value?
Uh, I would guess the value is like indeterminate. I mean, like does not exist.
Does not exist. Okay.
But
No problem.
I'm trying to use Lee,
Hospital.
the Lee Optical's rule.
Okay.
That would give cos n, but
Hmm.
then cos n also, like cos infinity is like not known, right?
Hmm.
I'm wondering.
Yeah. So so we'll
Yeah.
discuss this with respect to squeeze theorem, and how this sequence behave, like under this squeeze theorem. So first, just write down the term what is squeeze theorem is. So like we have three sequences. Okay, un less than vn and less than or equal to wn. Like for all n greater than p belongs to z plus. Okay, so this is basically the the sequences. Okay, so one of the sequence is sandwiched between two sequence. So if un
Yeah.
and wn converge converge And converge means if we write converge, it will definitely give you the value of the limit as a finite value, right? Converge means the
Hmm.
limit value will be finite, L.
Correct.
Okay. And if suppose the sequence Vn is between U and Wn, so if we get same values for both the sequence here, for U and Wn, the limit value, then obviously Vn is also converges, and limit. So converges means same thing. The limit value will be same as the above.
Hmm.
So how do we graph this? Like if suppose I want to understand through graph, it's no problem. So what we'll do, basically we know one thing. If sequence is convergent, so obviously, you know, the sequence will approach certain finite value. So if suppose this is my un and this is my wn, okay. So if un approaches
Hmm.
some limit, okay, this is L. So un approaches certain limit value here, and Wn is also approaches certain limit
Hmm.
value. Okay, and if suppose my
Hmm.
Vn is in between somewhere here, my Vn is in between Un and Wn, so this will always approach L, isn't it? That will also approach L because
Correct.
that is sandwiched between
Yeah.
two values, so that it will wander but it
Hmm.
will go inside these two range, right? And the value of that Vn is also
Right.
L. So this is the squeeze
Right.
theorem. Now we'll use this to prove the limit n tends to infinity sine n over n. Okay, so what do we know about sine n?
We know that it has like it's it's a so like what do they call it? Like its value keeps changing,
Yeah, its value keep
positive to
changing,
negative,
positive to.
and from like a minimum of -1 to a
Mhm.
maximum of +1.
Yeah, so I want that information only. So we know only one thing about sin n, that is the value of sin n is ranging between -1 to 1. Okay, so if we have
Yeah.
-1 to 1, and what we'll do here, we'll divide throughout, like we'll divide them by n. Okay, this is true for
Hmm.
all n belongs to z plus. Okay, so what we'll do now,
Hmm.
we'll divide this by n. So -1 over n less than equal to sine n over n less than equal to 1 over n. Okay. So here we got one thing, that is the our required sequence, which is sine n by n, is sandwiched between two sequences, right? Where un is equal
Right.
to -1 over n and wn is equal to 1 over n. So if you find out the limit of those sequence when n tends to infinity, what is the value of limit? What is the value of this sequence?
Um, zero, zero, zero,
0,
zero, zero.
0. And that is same as for w also, 1 over
Yeah.
n, right? So
Yeah.
if we apply limit here in this, apply limit n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity -1 over n less than equal to limit n tends to infinity sine n over n less than equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 over n. So the value of this limit is 0 less than equal to limit n tends to infinity sine n over n less than equal to 0. So this give the required value of uh, the limit of sine n over n, which is nothing but 0. Okay, and therefore the given sequence is convergent or divergent.
It's convergent.
Yes, so the given sequence is convergent. Now I give you one exercise
It's
here.
coming back to me.
Yeah.
My the past this thing. Yeah.
Okay. See, my like what we are looking for in 7 days. Like I understood, see, not most of the
Hmm.
student know lot of things, but like in random way, it's like collage in their mind about the
Yeah,
concept. So that's why you
yeah,
I understood when you asked for the class. So I knew that you know something because you're not I know you are a good student. I already observed that. So I know that you're
thank you.
actually the information is in collage way. So my job is to put it together
Correct,
properly, and you can make a good picture of the
right,
calculus option. So in 7 days I will do that.
correct, correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So this is the next exercise. Just find out what is the limit of this. Use this squeeze theorem only.
Hmm.
So you have to figure out two sequence, which is which bound it, like which bound the given sequence basically. So this type of question is little trickier because it has certain method, the specific
Correct.
method. So if suppose n factorial upon n
Yes.
raised to n, so basically you just understand like how do we uh, bifurcate or how would we dissect these terms. Okay, so if we have n raised to n, okay, so n raised to n is basically you know n times n, right? N times n multiplied n times n.
Yeah.
So and n factorial is what?
Yeah.
N factorial is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3, like till 1, isn't it? So
Correct.
n upon
Correct.
n, so n
Yeah.
minus 1 upon n into n minus 2 upon
Hmm.
n, like that, n minus 3 upon n. And our job is to find out a sequence which is greater than this and less than this. Means actually we are looking for wn and un, isn't it? We are looking for wn and un
Right.
which bind the given sequence.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So if suppose I write n over n, okay, like this, and n minus 1, okay, which one is bigger, n minus 1 over n or n over n, which one is bigger?
N over n.
Very good. So if
But
I
yeah. Yeah.
any doubt?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So n
No. No.
minus 1 is, if I replace n minus 1 by n and n minus 2 by n minus 3 by n likewise. Okay.
Hmm.
So what sign I supposed to use here instead of double equal to sign? What sign I supposed to use? This one is greater.
What sign?
Like, see this.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. 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 Oh. Oh. That way. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 That one is. Yeah.
yeah. So n by n, like that, 3 by n, you know, and no, n by n only, n
Hmm.
by n and 1 by n. Okay. So if I cancel all such n, what I get? I get 1 by n. So basically one thing I can
Right.
like write here is n factorial upon n raised to n is less than 1 over n, right?
Right.
And this is greater than 0 for all n belongs to z plus. So now we can apply limit here. So limit n tends to infinity 0, limit n tends to infinity n factorial upon n raised to n, limit n tends to infinity 1 over n. Okay, the limit values of these sequences are 0 0. So obviously the limit of n factorial upon n raised to n is also 0.
Right.
So we have to see this Wn may be different. This Wn may be different. Like you may find out different Wn. Okay, because the Wn
Hmm.
is not constant. Like you can find out different Wn, but the purpose is to find out a
Right.
sequence which is greater than the given sequence. So do anything, do
Right.
apply anything, but it should give you the sequence which is more than that, which is like greater than that.
Right.
Okay. So the next question is, I hope you will do that by own.
Hmm.
Un is equal to 3n plus sine 2n upon 4n minus 3, n belongs to z plus.
So the task is to
Yeah,
find the limit of un, right?
limit of this, yeah. Whether the sequence is convergent or not. So we can find out limit of this sequence by squeeze theorem, and that will lead us whether it is convergent or
Yeah.
not.
So, so sir, I
Yeah.
did my method. I got an answer.
What is the answer?
What I did is I split in my answer is coming to 3/4.
Yeah. Okay. So you show your book. I'll go through that. You show your book on camera.
1 second, sir. I'll
Yeah.
just show the
Yeah.
working.
Okay.
So, if
Sine
you
2n.
can see, so
Sine 2n upon 4n minus 3. Sine 2n is, yeah, minus 1 by this. And then sine 2n. How did you get the term like 3n plus sine 2n? Okay, very good, very good, very good. Awesome. So that's why, yeah, I went through. So that's why I didn't give you the hint basically, because the approach can be anything. The approach could be different. means the w and the u and what I was telling
right,
may be different, but the answer would always be same.
hmm,
So what exactly my approach
right,
is, and that is not more than correct than you, is basically if 3n plus sine 2n by 4n minus 3. So we know one thing, that 3n plus
hmm,
1 upon 4n minus 3, and that is greater than 3n minus 1 upon 4n minus 3, right? So this is, I can directly put all together with all the information what I have. So sine
okay,
2n is basically range between minus 1 to
yeah,
1. So in that way I can directly put. So any way you can do, if you have splitted the
nice, nice,
given
yeah,
sequence, then also you'll get the same answer. Okay. So I don't want to limit your thought on this
right.
question. So the value of this sequence is 3 by 4, because both will give you 3 by 4. So this is 3. Okay. So uh, I'll give you few more questions as a homework. Okay, so keep writing that. The first is,
Yeah, yeah,
prove
yeah.
that the sequence defined by Bn is equal to sine 2n plus 1 over n is convergent given the convergent sequence defined by 1 plus 1 over n belongs to z plus find its limit.
So these are homework questions, right?
Yeah, these are the homework question. Okay. So uh, now we'll move to the divergent sequence. Okay. The
Yeah.
heading is divergent sequence. So for divergent sequence means you will have indeterminate form here. Indeterminate form. Okay, and we'll find out the limit of that. How to find out limit of the sequence which are in indeterminate form. Okay, so
Right.
we have some information here, which is when limit n tends to infinity, un is equal to plus infinity. Okay, so this is un is basically indeterminate form. Okay, so this gives like limit n tends to infinity 1 over un is equal to 0. If this is true, then limit n tends to infinity 1 over un is 0. And if limit n tends to infinity un is equal to 0, it means limit n tends to infinity 1 over un is equal to plus infinity. Okay, so if we find out the indeterminate form, like if suppose I give you one example, let's say an is equal to 4n square plus 1 over 3n square minus 1. Okay, so we have to find out limit of this sequence. So limit n tends to infinity 4n square plus 1 over 3n square minus 1. Okay, So if we plug the values n is equal to infinity here, we get infinity upon infinity, which is indeterminate form. Okay, so what we actually do, we apply the L'Hopital rule.
Divide by 1 by.
Yeah, yeah, for this sequence we'll divide this by n square. Okay, we'll divide this by
Yeah.
n square also, we get the same thing, we get the values. But I want to explain you L'Hopital here in one minute, 1 or 2 minutes, so that next
Yeah.
time we'll move to the next topic. So what is L'Hopital?
Mm.
L'Hopital is basically when limit x tends to a, f of x upon g of x. Okay, so what we do, if suppose f of a and g of a both are equal to 0. Okay, so what we do
Mm.
actually, because this, if we simply plug the value, we will get 0 by 0, which is indeterminate form, isn't it? So what
Mm.
we actually do here,
Yeah.
we find out derivative of f of x and g of x separately, like we did in the morning also.
Yeah.
So why we are doing that? That my objective is to explain why we are doing that, and can we do that? So limit x tends to a, f of x, g of x, okay, minus 0, it doesn't make difference in the term, isn't it? If I
Mm.
just do minus 0
Mm.
minus 0, so minus 0 is
Mm.
basically your g of f of a and g of a both are 0. That's why we are
Right.
getting, this is the condition, we check this basically, we check it always.
Right.
So if we
Mm.
have this limit x tends to a, and we can do one more thing, which is if we divide this by x minus a, since x minus a is not 0, because x approaches a,
Mm.
the difference will never be equal to 0. Okay,
Right.
and if I separate the limit here, because we know the rule how to apply limit, we can separate the limit x minus a upon limit x tends to a, g of x minus g of a upon x minus a. Okay, so what is this actually?
Mm.
Do you remember? Like, this is basically the
This is
derivative,
the
first principle of.
definite. That's correct. Yeah.
So that is f dash x upon g dash x. Okay, and if again we get some x values here. Okay, if we plug the, if we plug a here instead of x, and we get some x value, or if it is in again indeterminate form, so we again apply the limit, right? So therefore
Right.
we can you know do derivative of individual function, and that doesn't change the limit of the given function, means given rational function. Basically this is the rational function, right? So that the limit doesn't change
Right.
for the rational function if we find out the limit of the derivative individually, like that. Okay,
Right.
so I hope you understood something from the class. Maybe I'm.
I did. I did.
Yeah, okay, cool. So in next class we'll, even I'm giving you, if you understood this, so I'm WhatsApp you
Mm.
the exercise on this. Okay,
Questions.
yeah, question on L'Hopital.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that right now after the class. Okay, so there will be this
Oh,
two question, and there's a set of L'Hopital rule questions, so you have to do that. Okay, and then in next
okay,
class
sir.
we'll move to the
Fine.
continuity and differentiability.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
yeah, bye bye.
Fine. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.